Hey everybody, thanks very much for coming back to my channel, basically covering all the autographs that I've received over the last usually it's the last month or something, but I'm a little behind, so apologies, I'm playing catch up a wee bit, but hopefully after this video, one more to come, then we'll be back on track and I'll have caught up with myself. So yeah, these are autographs. I think it's about 10 or so autographs that I've received with a bit of information about where I've got them from, how I've come about it. So if you're interested in autograph collecting, please ask any questions down below. Love to hear from you. Let's just crack straight on and look at what I've got in this video. Well, first up is obviously, preprint reply from Harrison Ford. I don't put preprints on my channel or on my blog or anywhere at all, but realistically, this is the only chance of me ever having Ford in my collection. He only does in private you can get him on the street if you're really lucky, but he only does in private signings, and they're thousands of pounds for an autograph. I'm never going to pay that sort of money. I wrote to him via I believe this was when it was the film set when he was filming Captain America, the new Captain America film. Excuse me. And I wrote to him via that. Thought, well, I'll give it a shot. Why not? It obviously went through the normal channels because it's come back, and I've received the 2 preprints everybody gets. There's a preprint Han Solo, preprint Indiana Jones, and then the letter basically says he can't honour all requests, but here's a couple of pictures, that I hope you're happy with. And, they're nice enough, so I'm happy to add them to the collection. They're not real, they are preprints, but, Harrison Ford, so it's still super cool. Next up was a book purchase, charity shop purchases. If you've seen any of my last videos, you'll know I've been on a real streak of getting books recently and getting them for pretty decent prices. I had to get this one. If you're a football fan, or particularly a Manchester United fan, you'll have heard of Eric Harrison. He is our former youth Manchester United youth coach, who brought through pretty much all the players that went on to play in the United first team. So, Gary and Phil Neville, Nicky Butt, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, all of those. And there's this book here which I purchased. It is dedicated, but that's fine. I don't really mind. To Matthew, Ian, and Victoria. Best wishes, Eric Harrison. Had a little check, found perfectly matches his signature. So yeah, really happy. Only cost me, I think it was like £3 or something. Excuse me, got a bit of a frog in my throat here. It only cost me about £3, so I'm happy with that, and a new addition to the United collection. Next up, another Manchester United return. This one is through the mail this time, one of my rare through the mail responses. I don't get many these days. It is Mark Hughes, former Manchester United footballer. He has done other things, managed and played for other places, which I'm not going to bother talking about because they're completely irrelevant. But yeah, he played for Man United. I actually wrote to him via his previous club that he managed. Took a long time to come back, and then he got sacked a couple of weeks later, so really pleased he replied when he did. So sent him 2 pictures, both from his playing days at United, and you can see he signed and returned both of those. So again, new addition to the United collection. I'm very happy with those. Next up are some in-persons. I've been to a Comic-Con, which I haven't done in, probably since pre-COVID. So I just paid to go to a Comic-Con. It was a Comic-Con called Regenerations, a Doctor Who convention. And it was one of these cons where you paid a price to go, but then all the autographs, or an autograph from each of the attendees, was included in the price. So you only paid extra if you got more. So it was well worth going. Really, really enjoyed it. I believe this year's Regenerations was the last one. The person who's running them is retiring, so sadly there won't be any more. But it was worth going. Balls this up a little bit because I got this really cool Companions picture. And I thought I might try and get this signed, but as you can see, it didn't really work out. I mean, in person, it doesn't look so bad, but you can see in the top right corner, it's signed in silver by Peter Purvis. I don't think silver was the best choice to sign over the black and white era. Doesn't really pop. And then in the middle, it's signed by Fraser Hines, who played Jamie. I mean, I've got both of them anyway, so it's not the end of the world. But it was a nice idea, but it didn't really work out, so that was a shame. But another Peter Purvis, another Fraser Hines in the collection. Also, there were 2 former Doctors. It was supposed to be 3 because Joe Martin was meant to be there, which is the whole reason I paid to go. Sadly, she caught COVID a couple of days before and had to pull out. But I did get this picture signed by Sylvester McCoy over on the far left and Colin Baker on the right. They've both really upped their prices recently since they've come back in and we're in Jodie Whittaker's sort of final run. They've suddenly upped their prices quite a bit, which is I think it's a bit unfair to fans, but there you go, it is what it is. But these were free, so I thought, why not? This is a nice multi-doctor picture. I very much doubt I'll get anybody else to sign it, but I didn't know what else to get them signed, so I thought it was pretty cool. Next up is a new one to the collection. This is Michael Jaston, who played the Valeyard in Colin Baker's run. I'd not met Michael before, so I signed this. The pen was a bit shoddy, which is a real shame. It was a bit like, but you know, it's nice enough. To Carl, Michael Jaston. I've not had him before, so yeah, happy to add him to the collection there. Oops. Next up is I printed out this picture because I didn't really know what to do with it, to be honest. I knew there were guests going who didn't really fit into like companions or doctors, that kind of thing. So I printed out like a generic picture, this one of the police box here, and got it signed by Geoffrey Cole, who's probably best known, I think, to be perfectly honest, for The Bill, the British TV series about the police, The Bill. But he's been in Doctor Who as well. And then Colin Sproul, again, you know, just sort of nabbed these because they were free autographs and got them signed this. And actually, it looks pretty cool. This is probably one of my favourite pieces from the day. So yeah, this was really nice. If I'd managed to get anybody else, I would have added them to this. But actually, the signings, it was, I don't know, I only went for one day and it was a bit all over the place, to be honest. So I just grabbed what I could, but I'm still pleased with this piece. It looks really nice. And my final piece from this event, and probably my favourite one, was this picture of Terry Malloy, who's probably best known for playing Davros, kind of creator of the Daleks. He was lovely, really nice guy. And I gave him this picture. He had it on his desk anyway, but I think my copy was a clearer, nicer copy, because he kind of like studied it and examined it for a bit. And then I hadn't seen him do this for anyone else. All I'd seen him do was sign his, personalise and sign his name. But he's written to Carl, exterminate the Doctor. And as he was writing it, he said it in Davros's voice, which was really cool. And then he's done his signature, which becomes like an image of Davros, which is really clever, and then he signed it Davros as well. So yeah, really like this. Probably my favourite piece from the whole day. Brand new to my collection. Don't have Terry previously, so really pleased to add him to this. And I've not been to any conventions that Terry's been to before, so this is the only opportunity I had that I could tell to get him. So yeah, really happy with that. Next off then, completely random one for the collection. This was a charity supermarket book. You know, they have those stands sometimes in the supermarkets where people just donate books and you pay a nominal price for charity and chuck it in a bucket. I always have a little browse, never found anything in any of them until this one. This is Georgia Toffolo, probably best known as Toff. She's a reality TV star, to be honest. She was in The Only Way Is Essex, I believe, or Made in Chelsea. I don't know which one. I don't watch either of them. I couldn't tell you, but I know she was on in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and you know, basically does lots of like reality TV type stuff. Gogglebox, I think she's done previously as well. But it was only 50p, so I was definitely going to pick it up. So it's like I say, Georgia Toffolo's book, and then it's got her signature Toff with the heart, which is really cool. So yeah, definitely nabbed that for 50p. Never going to read it in a million years, but it's not my to show bookcase, but I've got like a collection elsewhere, which is like just a stack of books with autographs in, and it's just added to that pile now. But yeah, really cool all the same. This was a return. This was a Via Venue return. In fact, I think this is the last one for this video, so it's nice to finish on a TTM/Via Venue return. And it's from Patsy Ferran, who's an American actress, been in lots and lots of things. Black Narcissus was a series she was in recently, very cool. But I know her from now having kids and watching kids' movies. She was in the Tom and Jerry movie. She was on stage in the UK recently, so I sent her 2 pictures. That's Patsy at the front there, sort of shepherding the birds away. So I sent her 2 pictures. This one that she signed, Patsy Ferran, and then this one, which is the poster from Tom and Jerry movie, and she signed that. And then she's also added this little card that says, "Thank you, Carl, for your letter. Please find enclosed signed photos. Best wishes, Patsy." So yeah, really cool. Some nice additions. Not so many books this time around as there were last time. There are still a couple, but not as many, which is good. And that's it for this video. So I say nearly caught up with myself. Apologies for playing catch up. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any comments or anything you'd like to say, please feel free to do so. Please like and subscribe. Do visit my blog. Do visit the Instagram post. All the details are down below. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.